Ladies and gentlemen, may I direct your attention to something quite extraordinary, quite incredible, quite unlike anything you may have experienced in your life.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Takeover Show. I'm your host, Misa, and with me, as always, he is owner of Do Cheese. He is a certified torta pounder. Please give it up from my boy, Chuy, the Tortanator. Sheesh.
What up, gentlemen? What up, guys? Welcome.
Sheesh. Chuy, we got an awesome,
doing?
We got an awesome episode here today, Chuy. But before we get into it, as always, a big old shout out to a sponsor starting here at Genuine Reference Studios. Guys, anything music, anything sound, anything podcast, please hit up at Genuine Reference Studios. Also, a big shout out to the Takeover's official photographer, Big O, over at Big O Photos. Guys, for any events, please hit up Big O. He's actually going to be here in a little bit. Chuy, who else do we got?
I want to give a shout out to Will Hernandez and the boys doing their thing at Mijo Things, so providing us everything with their foundations, all the way down to the food and the tacos.
Yeah, Mijo's Tacos. So you guys haven't tried it out, please make sure. They also came out with some new merch, so make sure you guys go out there and get some of that new merch. Also, a big shout out to our sponsors over at Dulce Edibles. Make sure you guys are consuming responsibly and legally, and they are Abuelita approved.
So make sure to take it real responsibly.
Yeah. So, guys, we do have a really great guest here today. If you guys watched the last episode, it was episode number 68 with our boy Adrian Broadus.
Adrian Broadus, my boy.
Broadus, man.
ESPN 600 over there.
ESPN 600. And we kind of wanted to keep it going with the sports. So, why not go ahead and let's go ahead and introduce our awesome guest here today.
Hey, so, guys, the one and only. If you guys look at camera number 3, I want to introduce to you guys the boy, Adrian Ochoa. Now, Adrian, you work over at ABC KVIA, if I'm correct?
Absolutely, yes.
You're a UTEP alum.
UTEP alum, Eastwood alum, born and raised here in El Paso.
Love him. He's a true Paso, man.
El Chuco, man.
It's a Chuco, man. You lived on Eastwood, right? So you're on the east side.
Yeah, I was on the east side for the longest time, and now here on the west side.
I brought him over here
in the Coronado area now. So yeah, there you are.
We're neighbors, dude.
Yeah,
we're neighbors.
There you go.
I live around there too, man. You know what, dude? Let's be honest here, all right? Let's just be honest here. The west side is a lot better.
You know what? In terms of location to where I work, yes, it is, and it's. I don't have to make the drive down I-10 as much anymore. So, and then I think. You got everything you need. You got a Whole Foods.
Right across the street. There's a Panda Express right there too. Yeah. So really quick here, Adrian, man. For those who might not know who you are or never seen you before, can you kind of introduce yourself here a bit?
Yes, I'm the sports director over at ABC7 KVIA here in El Paso. I've been doing that since 2019. I've held that position. At ABC7, though, I actually started in 2007 just doing studio cameras. But I knew sports is where I wanted to be. So that was a whole journey to get to that position. Had to be a news producer. Then I was a news anchor for a little bit. And then finally ended up getting that sports director position when it opened up in 2019. And I've been doing that ever since. And
nice, man. So obviously you had to wait for that position to open up. So during that time, you're just hanging around trying to get to it.
Hanging around, practicing, because that's the big thing, man. Because camera, like being on camera, at first just was nerve-wracking, man.
I bet.
But had to learn, had to practice, and slowly but surely, everything came along and got better, and
That's good, man. Were you already doing like school, like sports stuff in school, or like journalism or anything like that, or where did that passion start?
You know what? It started just taking a tour of ABC7 when I was in high school. Actually, that's where it started. Yeah, I had an aunt who worked at ABC7 at the time. She was in the arts department. She took me over, and I got hooked. And I was like 15 years old at the time, and I was like, this is cool. This is where I kind of want. I want to get into TV and work. And I thought I wanted to be more behind the sscenes. But when I started doing that, I just. Yeah.
Put me on, coach.
Put me on. Yeah, let me do it. Let me talk about UTEP. Obviously, I went to UTEP. I've been to so many basketball games, Sun Bowl games here.
Yeah,
Obviously, we had the Sun Bowl recently.
Did you play any sports in high school?
I did not, but I was in the band. I was always there. Friday Night Lights. I was there in some capacity. But I wasn't an athlete. Yeah.
Is it just by choice? Is it just something that you're never really into, like to play sports? You just loved watching it?
I loved watching it. I loved playing it, like a pickup basketball game or anything. But obviously, I wasn't built for football. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Here I was, like this a 5'6" Latino brown kid. Sorry, man. Football wasn't in the cards.
It's the same with me, man. Growing up, I'm like, dude, I want to be a professional football player. And my mom, trying not to break my heart, just looking at me like, bro, come on. And then now that I'm older, I'm like, bro, I don't slap me back then. And be like, bro, no. But at 15, at 15, I think that's a really good age, especially being taken there. My dad took me out of a bar at 15, and now I love drinking, dude. I fucking love it, bro.
You're an idiot.
But that's cool. I mean, when you're going to UTEP, was there like a program that you had to do for this type of deal?
Yeah, I mean, when I was at UTEP, I majored in communications, so that was the whole deal. So all my classes pertain to writing for television and radio, and also reporting stuff. So that's what I had to do.
Man, I've always had respect with like anybody that works in production or in the news, or it's even in front of the camera. Because I know for a fact how much writing it takes to just even be a part of all that. And the thing is, I hate writing, dude. I can barely read. And they want me to write? No, man. I'd rather just talk, But how difficult was it? Like, when you're going through college, was it? Did you have an idea that you wanted to do sports, like specifically, or?
At the time in college, I didn't know sports was what I wanted to do. I just wanted to learn the business. I wanted to learn how to write. And that was the whole thing that got me into that, led me into the sports department, was writing for news first. Like, I had to learn how to write. If a accident happened over on I-10, I got to get the information. I got to, sort it all out, and I got to make it conversational.
Yeah, so and you have to write it nice and, like correctly and stuff. Like, no, ese güey se atropelló.
Este güey lo mataron, and then and you had to convert it into like was it a script or?
Yeah, you have to write the script. I worked with, I'm sure you all know, Estela Casas. There you go. Yeah. Estela Casas, I was her producer for a while there when I was a 10 p.m. producer for the ABC7, doing the 10 p.m. newscast, working with Estela, Rick Cabrera as well. So it was a lot of writing and just.
Oh man, which one's more difficult? Like times, is it the night news? Is it the morning news?
You know what? I worked the morning news for a while, and the morning news are rough. Cause just with the schedule, man, getting there so early. I wouldn't get out until 8 in the morning. I would get there like at 10 p.m. the night before. And then a lot of it is listening to the scanners, hearing those accidents that happened or any like incidents that are major that you got to follow up on.
Yeah.
Those were tough days.
I mean, nowadays, it's a bit easier, I guess, just because of like how news spreads so fast. I mean, you got FitFam that does it,
Now I want to ask, like, does El Paso, do the El Paso media reach out to FitFam nowadays for that info, or how does one share like that? Because it travels so fast on your cell phone. Do they chime into you guys, or?
You know what? I think it's like a collab. I think like FitFam is just very like, it's very beneficial. When we see something, if somebody who's on FitFam submits a video to FitFam, then we take a look at it, and then we start the process of looking into like, well, what's going on. We can't just put it out there like the way FitFam does. It has to be vetted. We have to confirm.
Is this real? Was this recorded today? Is this AI?
Exactly.
Because AI is getting crazy.
Yeah, AI is out of control, bro. Like.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I remember playing like games back then, and like the fucking what's her name? The Tomb Raider. You know, and I'd be like, oh my God, bro, that looks so
I
cool.
thought you were
She's so hot. And then now I go back and she looks like a fucking Tesla truck and shit, you know, like all pointy and shit. Like,
Laura Croft, man. Yeah, Laura Croft. I remember those days. Tomb Raider. That was one of my favorite games growing up.
Man.
Yeah,
Heck yeah. Dude, so being you know in the news, how long were you there until you said 2019 is when you got into the sports section, right?
Yeah, it was just you know, I was a producer for a number of years, and I just got tired. You know, I was like, you know what, let me try on air, and of course, sports is where I kind of wanted to go towards, and I just asked, you know, the bosses.
Yeah. If you don't ask, you'll never, you know, get
exactly.
Never receive. How was had you ever been on air before that?
No, I haven't. No. So that was a whole learning process for me, like being on air, and at first it was rocky. You know, like I was just like, you know, the lights are in front of you, the camera, and yeah, you have your script in front of you with the prompter and everything, but still you get that the nerves just kick in, man.
Are you reading it like right off the prompter, or is this kind of like points of like what to talk about?
At the beginning, everything was scripted out because I wanted to make sure just the pressure of being on air, like it's like your base there. You have it there. But the more comfortable you are with it, you don't rely on it so much. You already know what you're talking about. You know how
it's more of a rundown kind of.
Exactly.
You know, that's funny. I mean, that's cool too, but man, dude, like I said, I suck at reading. Imagine on the fucking prompt, dude. Like
and then
guy
and then you say reverse.
That's cool, man. What we also found out too is that you're a big wrestling fan.
Oh yeah, man. Grew up watching, you know, Lucha Libre, everything, WWE, WCW, ECW, you name it, man.
Yeah, Chuy's been putting me on. The first time I ever met Chuy, you know, it was through a mutual friend, and Chuy showed up dressed as Nacho Libre, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought it was a real one too. But he's been putting me on it. Growing up, I was never really into it. Like, I don't know if somebody ruined it for me, telling me that it was just fake, and I just
hate us.
I couldn't take it serious, you know. So I never even cared for it. And then, you know, here comes Chuy, and man, I was actually surprised on how big it is, you know, and how many people are into it. Even like the local wrestling. You know, there's a lot of people that are involved in that. What got you into that, man? Was it like just as a kid? Was your dad into it, or?
You know, my grandfather was into it, watching the Lucha Libre, Triple A, and everything. So that's how I got into it, and watching the WWF back in those days, and on Saturday mornings and everything with Hulk Hogan and Jake the Snake Roberts, Ultimate Warrior, those guys. You just got hooked, man.
You live with the OGs.
Yeah, that's where I grew up with. Yeah,
those are the real ones, bro.
No, literally, those are the real ones, bro.
The Stone Cold and Goldberg.
No, that's way before. That's way after.
Way after?
Way after.
Yeah, I heard the ring back in the day was straight, like wood, like no cotton, no nothing.
Oh yeah, but it was a lot harder than it is nowadays. It's more cushioned down there, but yeah.
Did you ever experience any lucha fights over in Juarez? Like, did you ever go to Juarez out there for?
You know, I didn't get to go when I was a kid, but recently, like a few years back, like 3 years ago, my wife and I actually went to a triple event at Arena Mexico in Mexico City. So that was awesome.
That's a big difference, man, that I've noticed. Like I said, I'm not a big wrestling. I haven't, you know, it's just recently we've been kind of getting into it, but I seen like the big difference on like the lucha libre and like the American wrestling, I guess you would say. And dude, the lucha libre guys, I think it's like way more entertaining. Dude, we went to the Juarez, right? Me and Chuy went. He took me out there, and man, it was a blast, bro. I saw a 5-year-old kid flipping off the ref, and then next to him was his grandma doing the same thing. You know, like it's for everybody. There's tortillas. A guy, there's a MC guy was throwing like tortillas at people. You know, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, Chuy, get some. We need some. We're out."
Yeah, and speaking about wrestling, I wanted to come in and say, like, gentlemen, give you your flowers, boss, because I remember one time I was turning on the TV, and you were the one, I think even they gave you the mic, and you were the one that announced that AEW was coming to El Paso for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, you were in the ring with Crystal Poppin.
Oh, yeah. For TNA, they invited me for TNA Sacrifice back in last March. They invited me to be a guest ring announcer. So that was cool, man.
So to be able to be like, oh, dude, that, like, because honestly, like, me and my homies, like, we used to call it they're in the closet wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Because they would only talk to us about wrestling, but not in front of nobody.
Yeah.
So we're like, nah, it's a way he's hiding it. And then all of a sudden, it's main pop culture with Triple H taking over, and it's all of a sudden it's cool again. And people, so yeah, I wanted to give you your props, bro, because what you're bringing up for Paso, letting the people know that it's just not more than a sport, bro. Like it's fake. It's part of our culture. Forget it's fake.
It is.
It's our culture, you know.
But it's part of our culture, you know. Like Eddie Guerrero, gotta give a shout out to him.
Shout out Eddie,
the city recently, you know, recognized him making it Eddie Guerrero Day. Had that whole proclamation. I went out that I was covering that for our station, and it was just awesome. You know, I've gotten to know some of Eddie's family, and they've shared their stories with me, and that's awesome as a wrestling fan, you know, to have that.
Yeah, you know what I've noticed, that anything wrestling, you know, Chuy, like Chuy has a little problem of with his timing all the time. Okay? When he says he's on his way, he's on his way home first. You know, like. But anything wrestling, man. I know that was an early day for the Eddie Guerrero thing, dude.
Yeah.
And sure enough, Chuy sending me a message. I'm here, bro. Yeah. Where you at? You know, and we need to start doing more wrestling stuff, Chuy. So you can be here on time.
No,
I'm
but
just gonna lie to him and be like, "Yeah, dude, we're getting arrested."
You did cover an awesome job as his daughter Cheryl and Crystal Poppin was down there.
Yes, Crystal was there too.
And everybody that was involved with the Lowrider Club. I can't remember the name off right now, but you guys did an awesome job, and that was super cool that it was for the city and the we're trying to get the man involved. I think his name's Adrian too. Right. We're trying to get him involved as well. Trying to get him here, but if you guys didn't know that they're trying to restore the mural that was taking damage. But it's a lot of history and a lot of beauty in the city. Yeah. But what I did want to point out before we move on from wrestling is that, my boy, you've been to 8 WrestleManias in your life?
Oh, yeah. COVID kind of ruined my streak. That was
fucking COVID, that bitch.
Exactly. Yeah. I was up to 11 at the point. I think the bio is a little outdated, but I was up to 11, and WrestleMania, the one in Tampa, the COVID year, that was going to be my 12th one. And that canceled it. And I haven't been back ever since, man. But it was a nice run.
What's the best one with your experience that you had?
The best one? I think WrestleMania 30. That was when the streak was broken. But the Undertaker
New Orleans?
Streak, the one in New Orleans. Yeah. That was being in that environment, and afterwards walking out of that arena with the fans' reaction, like people crying stuff when the Undertaker, the streak was broken. And it was definitely the best
dude,
one.
People, it's not real, dude.
Bro,
I know
but
it's
because the story of the Undertaker.
Story. It's the drama.
It's novelas for fucking dudes.
Yeah, es una novela, bro. But you saw the 1, 2, 3, and did the arena go just? I saw the videos. Obviously, you've seen the video when the guys like that. Yeah, like
that's the way it was. And then afterwards, people were just, like I said, some people were crying, and they take it to heart. Like that was a big deal.
All right. Let me ask: were you crying?
I was not. I was good.
Chuy said you were crying.
I was in high school. I was a senior.
You're crying?
No, I didn't cry, but I was like, I turned off the TV. I didn't even care.
You didn't watch the rest of it?
Yeah, I laid him, saw him get up and leave. Yeah, turn it off. And Vince, you suck, fool.
Yeah, man, it was great. It was great to be there. Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my boy Big O over here.
Yeah, Big O. Shout out Big O. Don't forget, guys, Big O photos.
Big O photos.
Go ahead and check them out.
Oh, that's a cool picture.
So we got a little something.
Little something.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Big O, that looks like you, dude. It is me. Oh, it is you. Oh, shit, dude. Fucking Big O. Dude, we need to get some of those, Tree. We need to get some of those.
That's pretty cool.
So covering sports, man, I know that you cover, especially there at the station, at the news station. What would you say is something that, out of all the sports, do you enjoy the most?
I enjoy talking to the high school athletes. We got some ballers here, man, and getting to share their story, to see them progress. One example I'll give you is Dion Hankins, kid from Parkland. Knew that kid since he was in high school. Then he went to UTEP, and then now he got invited to training camp with the Chicago Bears.
That's crazy.
Currently on the roster. I mean, crazy to see kids, like
progress,
that.
Go through the progression, go from high school to college. And it's funny that you brought that up because also our
Adrian.
boy, Adrian,
Broadus, my
Broadus, he also brought that up, man.
Yeah.
Literally, he asked him word for word, what's your, and he said, I love covering high school students, and we both looked at them like, what? And you both have your perspective, and it's right. Like we
do have some really good ballers, man. And we need to start going out there.
That's what I was saying. We might just start going out there because now you said there's one. He told me there's one in BYU.
Right, LJ Martin's over at BYU. Jake Fetty, who recently just graduated from Del Valle, he graduated early, so he can enroll at Arizona State. So
the guy that transferred 4 times, now he's a minor. But hey, El Paso has motions, but
we got some great players here, and I'm glad Adrian mentioned that because that is truly the best part of this job is seeing those kids because being from this community, you like to see people of your community also have that success. And when you see these kids come up and be successful, that's just great. And then to tell their stories, to be part of their journey as well in that regard, that's awesome. Yeah.
And it's a grind as well, man, to see, like you see all these high school and even in college, and we were talking about this with Adrian as well, as they have another level to go to. So there's a lot of like hard
hunger
work and a lot more hunger. And then people get to the NFL and, fucking become a Cowboy and valiendo verga. But speaking of, you're a Cowboy fan.
I'm a Cowboy fan. What?
We're gonna cancel this shit. We're gonna turn it off.
Go Cowboys!
There you go. Thank you,
man.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, man. Chuy here's a Rams fan, and I'm a Chargers fan, man.
Charger. Okay. The LA.
Hey, LA, but we share the same stadium, dude. My casa is su casa.
Mi casa es tu casa. Hey, but the one casa we all share is right here. Los Chihuahuas. Let's go.
Yes, man. What do you think of the NFL season this year and where it's going, and who do you predict on winning the Super Bowl?
I'm going for the Buffalo Bills, man, because Josh Allen.
Dude, that's
Josh
exactly
Allen.
what Adrian said.
Man.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
First Adrian said Rams because he's a Rams fan.
I'm telling you, we guys got the same mentality. Me and Adrian, Matacayo for a reason. I'm telling you.
In the NFC, who are you going for?
In the NFC? Chicago Bears, man. Yeah, that would be cool to see. Hey. Chicago and Buffalo, why not?
Yeah, but Chicago, they're actually playing the Rams this weekend. And the NFL is saying that it could be one of the coldest NFL games ever.
Yeah,
believe it, man. This Soldier Field, bro.
Dude, the Rams are done, bro. I wouldn't even show up.
Last year, that's what cooked the Rams with the Eagles.
Yeah,
was the weather.
The weather, yeah. It's just tell you, man. Well, in Southern Cal, what can you do? Yeah.
Now, do you ever think the Cowboys would win another Super Bowl?
Oh man,
like in our lifetime, maybe.
I'd like to think so, but I mean, it's just been so hard to be a fan, especially this past season with everything, the off season with the Micah Parsons, trade to Green Bay. That was like, you kind of knew like this is going to be a struggle, especially defensively. And sure enough, man, the offense came to play, but the defense just couldn't do anything.
What do you think the Cowboys need?
Well, right now, obviously, defense. they need to find some corners. They need to find.
They need to get rid of Jerry Jones, dude.
Yeah, well, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Yeah, but you know what? At least I can say, I was alive when the Cowboys last won the Super Bowl.
Hey, same, dude.
There you go. So
same,
at least I hope.
At least they've won a Super Bowl. Like I tell people, I grew up as a Cowboys fan, right? I was born into it. So. When I became a Chargers fan, I don't like talking shit or that much shit because the Chargers never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that's crazy, huh?
But it'd be cool to see. It'll be cool to see teams that haven't won.
Someone new,
Yeah, someone new, and that's why I like Buffalo.
Oh yeah. Well, what's the other team? The Jaguars never won before.
The Jaguars.
Oh wait,
the Jaguars never won before too. But
Bears, Browns,
the Lions.
The Lions, have never won. Vikings are another one.
What the fuck? I could swear the Vikings won, dude.
But Adrian, now that we're on sports on the topic, I was doing some research and I heard that you covered the inaugural Chihuahua season along with the locomotives. How was that?
That was awesome. I was working in news at the time. I wasn't in sports specifically, but of course, when the Chihuahuas came to be, that was a big news story. Because I remember I was a news producer, and when they unveiled what the name of the team was going to be, oh man, everybody hated it. People hated it so much, dude.
Now it's grown on me.
Yeah, it's grown.
Well, here we go.
And I knew it was going to happen because at the time, like when we posted on Facebook, people were like,
it was you guys, right?
Yeah,
that covered it.
Well, we were there when they unveiled it. They dropped the curtain and they revealed the logo, and people were like,
because I remember there was also like one of the names. I think it was Gator, like the Gators.
Desert Gators was one one of them. I think the aardvarks or some other animal was involved. In
Fucking
that,
Chihuahua. I could hear it
But they
bark
went
right
with the
now, dude.
Chihuahuas.
That's fucking. I mean, I was like those people, man. I was like, what the hell, a Chihuahua? No manches, bro.
But I knew like eventually people were gonna warm up to it, and dude, no more than like a month after people started buying the gear.
Oh, yeah,
they
dude.
started
Yeah,
seeing
yeah,
the
yeah.
hats all over
Yeah.
and the
Yeah, dude.
shirts,
It reminds me like going to my grandma's over in Canutillo, dude. You see a Chihuahua like in every street, like running like free, you know,
Yeah.
like.
Y'all ready for the names? In 2013, like Adrian said, I can't say that. It's the Arvadox.
The aardvarks, yeah,
Yeah,
that was
Aardvark.
one.
Sorry
yeah,
about
yeah.
the Buckaroos.
Oh yeah,
The Chihuahuas.
yeah,
Desert dogs, the desert gators,
Right.
and the sun dogs.
yeah.
Geez, sun dogs sound
Yeah.
good.
Sundogs,
You know?
and I actually like the Desert Gators when that was coming up, when they brought out those choices. I thought Desert Gators would be good because San Jacinto and you had
Yeah,
the
but
Gators
I don't
there.
think that's
I
enough
get it.
history for
Yeah.
a whole baseball team, you know? Maybe the Sun Dogs because of the sun, and because we're
yeah.
all dogs. And then Chihuahuas, bro, I was like, fuck. But now, dude, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it, man.
No, it's a great name.
And then you have the locomotives.
The
you know?
locomotive, yeah, was another one I covered
that
when they
one.
announced that. That one was cool too. Having soccer here in the community, the USL, that's great. And then they've been rolling.
They've been rolling
Yeah,
hard, huh?
and they're fun. They're fun to go to.
Honestly, we have a little game for you later on between
Okay.
those two, but I think El Paso is doing a very good thing for sports right now. And the minors are waking up a little bit in basketball, females,
yesterday,
volleyball.
They did win. They did win recently against Delaware, which was
By
the
1 point.
last place team in Conference USA. But hey, we'll take it.
Hey, yeah, win's a win,
it's
man.
Win's a win.
A win's a win, and that's not a
And,
lot that
yeah.
the minors are used to, man.
Hey, we're El Paso, and that's how we got some
Yeah.
support, you know. So,
Yeah, we do. We
I
still
wanted to
gotta support
ask,
them.
man, working at in that news station, when stuff like this happens, does somebody get chosen to go out there, or do you get to pick like, hey, can I take care of this story? Who brings up these stories? Like, who's in charge of that?
Well, that would be me, and like in my case, being as a sports director, any major thing that goes on, I'll go ahead and cover it. But we also have I also have a co-anchor who I work with, B Martinez, who goes and covers as well. And we'll talk about it and see who gets to cover what stories. And we'll.
Dude, that sounds so much fun, bro.
Yeah.
It is,
Dude, we're in the wrong business,
Yeah.
Chuy.
Yeah.
Literally.
We're in the wrong business. No, I love it, man. I mean, because, when people think about, like, sports coverage, they think, basketball or football. But you guys do all around, especially here locally. Lately, Stephanie Hahn won her
Right.
fight,
Yeah.
man. Shout
Yeah.
out to Stephanie Hahn.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Hopefully, she'll be back on this show, man, for round 2 with the champ. Were you able to watch that fight?
I watched a little bit of it, for fight against Holly Holm in Puerto Rico. Yeah, it was.
I was kind of scared
awesome,
for
yeah.
her, bro. I was scared
Yeah.
for Han, and then getting cut up and stuff. And I was like, Han, I was yelling through my TV, like, arrest that bitch already, like, bring her down, take out the handcuffs.
Cuff her now. Pero ya.
Yeah, man.
She can hold her own though, Stephanie Hahn, man. It's no
Stephanie
joke.
Hahn
And then
is
beating
no
someone like
joke.
Holly Holm, the history that she has, like in the UFC.
I
that's
wouldn't
no
even
joke,
want to
man.
look at Holly.
Hey.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Bro, one more time, bro. Give her a clap.
Yeah, there you should deserve it. Yeah.
The enforcer.
Now, boss, she's got to make it to your community champions segment too.
Oh yeah, you know what? Recently we just did it last week. As a matter of
no
fact,
way.
we made her a community champion, and for
look at that.
we were
Yeah,
on it.
another one.
We were on it, Chewy. We got it. We got
So
we got
for-
you.
They're way ahead of you, Chuy.
So for the people here that might not know what community champions is, do you mind letting them know right quick?
Yeah, community champions. Those are like that. That's one of my favorite segments. Is we go and we honor athletes from the borderland who have done well, like in the regional, national level, and we honor them, and we've had a lot of great stories. To honor those kids, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's always good, man. It's always good when you honor somebody locally, and it's good for the person too,
Yeah.
to get acknowledged,
Yeah.
because a lot of the people they put in a lot of hard work to get to where they're at.
And it's tough, bro, because like you think, because they're out there playing, but you forget the practices, the cold weather, the money the parents put in, the, hey, mijo, apúrate, you're fighting with the coach. But once you make that goal and you're on that highlight, I bet you these kids are like,
Yeah, they do, man. They love the exposure, and then shout out to their parents as well, because that's a whole other side of it too that we don't
Yeah,
see. Those parents
yeah,
that
they they
devote
push
that
him.
much
Yeah,
time.
man. My mom put me in football, but because she didn't want me at home and shit. I wish something would have come out of that, but I did, man. I had a few broken bones in the back, a broken back. But damn, dude, you said it. There's a lot of talent, from the high school players, college players. Also, La Bikina Rodriguez is a local boxer, professional boxer here. Shout out to her. We got Abel
Mendoza.
Mendoza.
We got Frank Stone in the Nation of Wrestling out there doing their thing.
Okay.
Everybody here in El Paso who's grinding. Will Hernandez is out there doing
For
their
sure,
man.
yeah.
Have you
Jones.
Aaron Jones. Have you ever been to a CFC fight event or anything like that?
No,
man?
I haven't. But it'd be something for sure. Like I would want to like check out for sure. Yeah.
You're into like UFC or anything like that?
A little bit, but like the thing.
Think about it this way, dude. It's like wrestling, but it's real.
It's real, exactly. That's where I was going with that. I get a lot of grief because people know, like, do you watch UFC? And I'm like, not big into UFC, but I could tell you anything that happened on WWE last night.
Yeah. You know what's funny is like I'll call Chuy, especially like on Monday or something, dude. I'll call in Chuy and he doesn't answer, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? We're supposed to have a meeting and a call, and then I remember it's fucking Monday. Man.
Monday Night Raw. I have to.
Yeah, you gotta have Monday Night Football,
Dude.
Monday Night Raw.
He's like, bro, I'm doing this shit raw, dog. Leave me alone.
Priorities,
Yeah. Man.
Now, what were your
Priorities,
thoughts
dude.
on McIntyre and Cody Rhodes this week?
I'm not a big Drew McIntyre fan, but I guess with all the losses that he had, he was due for one. So I mean, yeah, why not? Get the win over Cody and have Cody get the comeback.
Give him a little crumb.
So what I was thinking is, they're like, getting your time off and build him up more for the road to WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's where the money's gonna be
For sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
But on that note, we have a game. I don't know if you wanted to play it. It's
Let's
called
go.
This or That. You want to play it?
Go for it, dude.
Do it. Let me pull it up. So it's I can't pop up the list, but we'll do it off our top of our head. So when it comes down to music, is it 104.3 or Power 102?
104.3.
All
Shout out
right.
to Johnny Cage, man.
When it comes to burritos and tacos,
Tacos.
All right. Are we doing red or green enchiladas?
Green enchiladas.
Oh,
Dude. You're saying all the right answers here.
I'm on a roll. Let's see if I can
now
get it that way.
is it gonna be Casares burritos or Rafa's burritos?
Rafa's burritos.
Rafa's burritos?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're both good. Chico's Tacos or Alan J's Cafe?
Alan J's Cafe, man.
dude, what's going on
love
with
me
Chico's,
some
bro?
Alan J's. It's just not the same. It was, and growing up at Eastwood, there used to be that McRae location
Yeah.
where we would all go like during lunch, and then they closed it. So it's like
What did they build there instead?
it's part of the YSD, the Eustada
Oh,
School
that's
District,
true.
took it
Oh,
over
okay.
that property. So
I can still
yeah.
smell it, dude. Man, I miss the old Chico's, dude.
It was. It's not the same.
Yeah. So is it gonna be the west side or the east side?
Oh, that's a tough one, man. Because my heart's still with the east side, bro. Because I grew up there, so many memories. But
build new ones here, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm building. I'm still building my memories here. But yeah, I guess east side, but west side slowly creeping up. Why not?
All right. So West Side will soon be his answer here, but for now we'll stick to the East Side. Now, when it comes to UTEP here, do you prefer UTEP football, UTEP basketball?
Oh man, they're both great, but I guess UTEP basketball. It's got just with the history, the 1966 team. That shout out to them. They're going to celebrate their 60th anniversary 60th anniversary since they won that national championship.
Shout out to them. And how many players are still alive from that?
You know what? We just had one who passed away late last year. Man, I can't think of the number off the top of my head, but I think that are currently still alive. I think it's like 5.
Yeah,
I think we're.
You know that history with that team that year. I think that's especially local. I've always thought like high schools or even middle schools should have like local history classes so people get to know their city and if anything maybe like they grow up to make their own history here.
Yeah.
But I was kind of embarrassed that when I saw this movie, I was probably in high school or I was already after high school, and I was like, dude, I can't believe I didn't know that happened here. That we were the first people to have an all-black starting team. And that started here in the national, and that started here in El Paso. Dude, that is fucking crazy.
But that's beautiful though. Now, Adrian, when you're traveling and cruising, and you have a nice drive, scenic drive or Trans Mountain Drive?
Scenic drive.
Scenic drive.
Yeah. I love me some scenic, yeah.
Yeah, dog. You know, Scenic Drive. Some good memories there, dude. Some good memories. You know what I'm talking about? Oh man, I don't know what that means, Chuy.
Do you enjoy when it comes to scenery, the Star on the Mountain or the San Jacinto Plaza?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I love the Star on the Mountain, man. I love driving down the I-10 and seeing that star on the mountain all lit up, and then they change the colors for certain occasions. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
I love that.
Yeah, sometimes I remember this one time we came down. I forgot where I don't know, but we flew back into town, and my sister was tripping out because she's like, the star's not on. Somebody stole the star. You know, like, and all this. And I was like, what's going on? And that was like one of the first times and stuff. And then on the radio, they're like, if you want to sponsor the star, you can. And I was like, oh, you fucking greedy motherfuckers. Turn the light on, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What's one of your favorite things to do here in El Paso, man? I mean, being a native, born and raised here in El Paso, what's something that Adrian does to have a good time here?
You know what? Thankfully, I'm in a profession where the things that I would like to do are part of my job, and that's going to UTEP football, basketball games. I mean, if I weren't working and I wasn't covering it, I'd be there as a fan.
Yeah,
and
dude, Let's give me an idea to fucking work at a bar if I like drinking, Chuy.
No, for
What
real.
the hell, dude? I'm in the wrong business here, man.
Super wrong.
That's cool. I mean, your family, do you take out your family? Is your wife also a big sports?
No, she's not. Is that like,
Complete opposite.
We're opposites in that regard, but I mean, I'll be watching a game or something. She'll just be scrolling on TikTok, and there you go. I mean, that's the way it is.
I mean, growing up, my mom was a big a sports fan. Like my stepdad, and then now, with my wife and even my son. I have a 9-year-old son, a 16-year-old daughter, and they're not into sports like that.
Yeah.
And it's a little sad, and the NFL game is on, and I'm actually standing up watching. I turn around, and my kid's like playing with his toys, and my wife's like scrolling, and my daughter's I don't know where, and I'm like, dude, what, dude? Back then, everybody was watching the game.
Right. Yeah.
Time to lock in.
Man, dude, I need to do something, dude. I think COVID needs to happen again so we can lock them all up.
Hell no.
At least once, we gotta lock us in for 2 years every 10 years.
Oh damn!
No,
I think we did learn. We did learn a lot about each other during that time.
Yeah,
we were all locked in, and then we apprecited things a lot more when things started opening up. But having that time to ourselves,
why not?
And I don't think nobody gets along anymore.
Now I can't go to places. If there's more than 10 people, dude, I'm out. I can't be there, dude. 10 feet away.
Hell no. Adrian, I had a question. Don Haskins Center or the Sun Bowl atmosphere? What do you prefer working at? Or
you know what? They're both great. I love the Sun Bowl, but Don Haskins Center just has a special majestic to it, being that I remember going to games when Don Haskins was still coaching, and to have that building, still the way it is, it's pretty much not much has changed in that building. Still, it's awesome there, and then it's awesome to go there.
Yeah, man. I mean, they should do some awesome renovations eventually. No, and
it would help to get us events too.
Yeah.
I mean, to get more big events. I know AEW though just announced this past week they're going to be at the Don Haskins Center. So
yeah, bro. They just recently announced that, so they'll be coming back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So he's already letting you know, Misa. He's got plans that day.
She's already hard, dude. Chill, bro. Oh man,
I was telling Adrian Broadus earlier that because he kept bringing up Glory Road. I was telling Misa and them, I thought it was kind of sad and disrespectful that the NBA is all about 90% black community, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Don Haskins gave that lead for people to come and play of color, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, the Don should be recognized as a slam dunk contest to David West, and then something for the All-Star game should be held here at the Don or something,
Well, what people need to do to start off is fucking go to the games first, man. Go fucking support. Go to the fucking UTEP basketball games. Go to the UTEP football games.
They are fun. And, credit to UTEP, though, this past week, they did lower the ticket prices. They had that 915 special where every ticket was $9.15.
No
and
way.
they got a lot of people out there. They had this last homestand that they had. They got a lot of people out there, at least more than 4,000 people, which is good. I mean, especially, especially for a team that's struggling right now. It was a good turnout.
Yeah, 4,000 people to go see a sucky team. That's not bad.
But the females can ball, though.
Oh, yeah. The UTEP women's team, and shout out to Coach Keitha Adams. She was she was a coach for UTEP for a number of years. She left, and then she recently came back, and Yeah, those girls are pretty good too as well.
They actually, if I'm correct, I don't know her full name, but I know Kayla. She's over there in the WNBA. She
Kayla Thornton. Yeah,
she played over there for the New York
Liberty,
and now she's with the Valkyries now, the Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, not to talk smack or anything, but how do you know all these WNBA teams?
I like basketball, bro, and I actually like local sports, bro. So it's like, but
that's cool.
And actually, I want her jersey, and it's actually
that's probably one of the coolest things you've ever
hard
said.
to find.
I like that, Chuy. Good job, Chuy. Fuck yeah, man. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take a quick break here. Check on the cameras here. When we come back, we want to ask Adrian here a couple more questions. We do want to know what the future holds for you. And guys, everybody listening and watching, please make sure you guys are following and subscribing. And we'll be right back right after this. Welcome back for the second half of episode, I think, number 69.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Thank you, dude. No, thank you, Mr. Adrian Ochoa, for showing up, man, to taking your time to come out here.
Thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You're a cool guy, working at that station. I was going to ask you, man, I mean, being a producer, now you're doing the sports sections, right? What do you think is one of the hardest things about your job?
The hardest thing about covering sports is just finding the time, man, because it's a lot of coordinating interviews, getting things done, meeting with people, trying to work things out, and then also having to turn around that same day and put a sportscast together. That's the thing. Like it's a whole day, man. Like I could be at Las Cruces at early in the afternoon, and then I'm back in the studio trying to slam together a sportscast, and that's tough.
It is tough, man. But I mean, if you like it, if you're passionate about it, I'm sure it's not that hard to do. But what are the perks about your job that you like?
Getting to go to the games, man.
Dude, sideline too, dude. Like
being there, getting to shoot. That's another thing too. A lot of people think we have our own camera people that go and shoot, but it's us.
Really?
We're down on the field shooting our own video a lot of the times, and so if you see me at a UTEP football or UTEP basketball game,
help him out, guys. Help him out. Hold the camera for him.
Help me out with my tripod, carrying it up the Sun Bowl. But that's the thing. A lot of people don't really realize is that we're one man band a lot of times.
Oh, shit.
Do you have any memorable things that happened during a live show or something?
Man, well, I know a lot of people talk. I mean, we could talk about this. I know this was something that went viral a few years back. It was this the green bracelet that I have.
I was
right
gonna
here.
ask about that.
That was like the one time I made FitFam actually, because FitFam even
what
picked
happened?
it up.
Wait, what happened again?
A viewer actually called in, was upset that I had this green bracelet on, because I always wear this green bracelet, and the reason I wear it is in memory of my cousin.
Okay.
My cousin who passed away in 2019, and he was an organ donor. And we didn't know that at the time, when he passed, but he had already filled out all the paperwork as an organ donor. So yeah, his organs were donated, and we wear this in memory of him because it's for organ donation. And got a call from a viewer a few years back saying, "Hey, why are you wearing that green bracelet? Take it off. The word she used was nauseating."
What?
She left me a voice. She left me a voicemail.
Telling me turn the mic here on the green side.
My bad. There you go. Yeah, she was telling me that it was nauseating to her. Apparently, that a green bracelet. So I went and I had a response to that. I asked the boss. I said, "Are you cool?" Because normally we get those a lot. We get emails, phone calls from people. They bash you, and people aren't gonna like you for whatever reason.
Right. There's always gonna be haters out there, dude. But also, if they're not hating you, bro, you're not doing good.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so I asked, can I respond? And they gave me the go ahead. And I had a little response for them.
What was it?
For the lady.
Fuck you, bitch.
Do you mind telling them right there what the response was?
Well, the response was exactly that. You know what? No, I'm not going to take it off. I'm going to keep wearing it. And I pulled up a bag that I have that's full of bands. So like I was like, so in case this one ever rips, I have plenty more to go. You know, like yeah, man. So that was a cool moment that you talking about, like cool moment. I love that, and again, it brought up the topic about organ donation, which I'm really big on because my cousin, made that decision. And prior to my cousin passing, I wasn't an organ donor, but when I had to renew my license a few years after he had passed, I made sure that I was an organ
Chuy,
donor.
we need to sign up. Yeah. I don't know about Chuy though. I'm like,
como que ha comido mucho.
It's like Chuy. No.
But that's a beautiful story, bro. And I've always wondered why.
Yeah.
And when I started doing my research, I was like, I sat down a little bit and I was like, oh damn. Because
I like the fact that you're allowed to like respond to that because you're right. I'm sure you guys get it all the time, like very negative backlash and not being able to respond, or I always tell Chuy like, when we get stuff like that as well, instead of getting mad, we're like, dude, let's just kill him with kindness.
Exactly.
Like, oh, hey, sorry that bothered you, but thanks for watching, like, or these guys like just say mamadas, and I was like, you know what, man, if you feel like that, you're more than welcome to come by and be an audience, and
one time we were just chilling and we're here at the studio and then we get a comment. It was a video on me, him, and Johnny Cage, and it said, ¿qué dijo? The three most mamones, ¿qué? What was it?
Yeah, like the three most mamones.
Yeah, los tres más mamones del Paso or some shit. And we're like, what the hell? And we just laughed. And then, like, we have this thing called...
Chuy had a whole fucking paragraph ready.
It's tough to not want to respond.
You have to have thick skin. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you literally do. And...
I can't believe we're a fucking bracelet. Let's help Pinche señora. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but
we should. You know what, dude? We should mail her a bunch of fucking bracelets. All green.
I should have done that. Yeah, I should have mailed her my whole pack of bracelets that I had, and that way she can wear them.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. How hard is it when when things happen like unexpectedly, right? Like for news, especially for sports. I mean, I could think of like the Kobe Bryant that's just happened out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like how's that process of getting on the news and trying to get all that information? It must be nerve wracking too, because one, like how much information is out there, and two, if you're not a Kobe fan, you're like, well, fuck it, dude, not caring. But how is that for you in those situations?
It's tough, on a national level, we obviously rely on like the national media to like give us like content. But here locally, there's been times where a coach will just up and resign. I remember Tim Floyd, former UTEP basketball coach. I was there in the press room after a game they had lost, and just out of nowhere, he just says, I think this position would be better suited for someone else or something, that he was going to step down. Right. And nobody knew he was going to do that. So right then and there,
oh shit, we need everybody stations.
Exactly. Then
Avengers assemble.
Then it turns into like getting the producers that's producing that show. Hey, this is our new lead. This is our new lead story. And things just move fast after that, man. But yeah, those
are exciting times, though. Too,
they are.
No?
They were exciting, yeah.
Yeah, man. Chuy, we gotta be on the news, man. We gotta work with you someday, and we gotta find a way. If we have to join the UTEP football team to be on ABC 7 Sports
He'll
segment.
Take the tackles.
Shit, dude. Sign me up, dude. Sign me up, because we actually asked Adrian too. Like, wonder what the age limit is. It in your 30s or 40s? Because we were watching TV and there was a guy in his 50s that kind of went back and played for his college team. I was like, dude, it's still possible.
You still can, as long as you haven't used that eligibility. You're good to go. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy to think that you could be 50 years old.
We could just go to EPCC and start a fucking team there.
There you go. Join the Tejanos, the baseball team there.
Yeah, dude.
You're set.
No, I'm talking about football, dude. We'll do football, dude. I want to do football, man. Definitely. Or start our own like cage fighting.
Oh,
CFC.
Yeah,
CFC, dude. But
now, Adrian,
winner takes a torta.
Where?
Talk about the food, Chuy.
No, yo pensé la que me quería más. I was doing some research. So you met Nick Nemeth, you met Frankie Kazarian, and the Hardy Boys. How was that?
Oh, dude, that was awesome, man. Them, I never thought I would be able to interview like the Hardy Boys or Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler when he was in WWE. It was just those guys were cool, man. Like that was awesome. That was an awesome experience.
Yeah, that's like a bucket list thing, man.
For sure.
Were you at TNA when the pay-per-view happened?
Well, yeah, I was. They had invited me to be a guest ring announcer, so I got to go there like behind the snes, and I'll tell you straight up, like being behind the scenes, it was like a kid in a candy store, man. Like everywhere I looked, it was like, oh yeah, there's like, you know, like legends like, you know, like Lance Storm and you know, these guys that Tommy Dreamer, Tommy Dreamer for he's a producer for them. Yeah, Tommy Dreamer, Gail Kim was there. Like it was
Gail
just,
Kim.
Yeah,
damn, that's OG.
I'm just telling you, like everywhere you looked, it was someone.
Nisa goes to the bathroom and comes down, and I'm like, you missed it, and he's like, no way. You missed it, and he shows me his phone, and then tell him.
Oh yeah, dude, and it's him out riding a horse.
It was when
Elijah.
Yeah.
I was like,
and
give me a
then
high
this
five.
fist bumps Elijah.
Yeah.
Like he has a.
No, I was like,
POV.
you missed it,
He's like,
motherfucker.
you missed it.
I told you to come to the restroom with me, and you said no.
I was like, nah, I'm staying here.
I hate going to the restroom alone, but anyways, man. I was thinking, you know, you've been in the news industry now for a good amount of time, you know, but as time goes, obviously technology, social media, have you seen a big difference on like how the news is going now, how people watch it? Have you guys seen a decline on like people watching the news on TV?
Well, yeah. Well, obviously nowadays it's all about streaming, and everybody knows what's going on because it's on their phone.
Yeah.
So nobody's gonna tune in to like 6 o'clock and to see specifically what's happened during the day, because most likely they already know, because they've already they have it.
Because that neighbor fucking was filming and sent it to Fifth Ave.
Exactly. Yeah. That's true. And you know, and so we're a lot more heavy on social media now, like having our presence on Instagram, Facebook, X. And that's where a lot of our emphasis is now.
Is it a different type of workflow there at the station?
It can be a little bit. I mean, it's an added layer to it, because you know, nowadays too we're expected to post on social media.
So
Right,
it is an added, because obviously you guys are still doing news on TV and stuff. That's still there, man. But I always think too, like, I wonder how hard it was back then. You know, we had the chance a few years ago to interview our boy John Teicher.
Oh, sweet.
Voice of the Miners.
Legend,
and back then, I mean, he explained to us, like, we're like, dude, how do you, he would go out of town, like, how would you send all that information? He's like, oh, well, we had to pay like $90 to get on the line to talk to somebody like fucking miles away, you know? Like, and it made me think about the news. Like, now imagine the news, you know? Like, and that's why you see like the old school news, or they're talking and you see the paper slide in. Breaking news, guys. Se atravesió el güey otra vez. But do you see, like, as time has gone by, have you seen the technology too, or is it still kind of like the same?
It's just nowadays it's instant. You know, like you gotta, when something breaks, you know where it is, and it's just so quick nowadays. A lot faster than it was back then in John Teicher's day, man. But the fact that, you know, for just
smoke signals and shit, dude, like fuck.
But John Teicher, man, he's a legend in the business, and he's somebody that I look up to for sure.
Shout out to him, awesome, man. I fucked up and I called him John Taffer on my show. And he became John Taffer, and he's like, shut it down. Shut this shit down. But that was fun, man. Now, what's the future looking like for you, man? Do you have any plans on, you know, maybe doing something else, you know, maybe staying there longer, or what's the plan for Mr. Ochoa? Yeah,
you know, I get that. I get asked that a lot, like from viewers who see me out in the field, and because, you know, I have been here a while, and a lot of times our station is like a pit stop for a lot of these kids, you know, who are just getting into the business, and they're here for like 2 or 3 years and then they move on. Whereas me, I just love this community so much, man. And that's the thing. That's the thing that keeps me here. And I've had opportunities, you know, to go elsewhere, but it's just, I always come back to the fact that I love what I talk about. I love what I'm covering. I love, you know, talking about Del Valle, or like the high schools here, Parkland, Eastwood, Austin, UTEP, and then even NMSU. We're in a unique situation here because we don't only cover UTEP, we cover NMSU, because Las Cruces, Albuquerque's not coming down to an NMSU football, basketball game. It's too far for them, but for us, you know, we're able to do that. And I love it. I love covering all that.
Man, loyal, bro. Loyal to the city of El Paso.
I love that.
This is what we're going to do. We're coming down to the end of this show, man. It's been great. Time flies by, too, really quick. Can you let everybody know here in this camera right here, can you let everybody know where they could follow you or see or hear you and all your plugins, man? Yeah, you can follow me on my Instagram. It's adrian.ochoa at kvia.kvia. Just look me up and just give me a follow. I have all the stories that I'm working on. I promote them on there. I also have just like some fun videos that I'll promote, especially like during the football season. I started a thing where I get like the bands involved.
so that was pretty cool. Getting shout out to the marching bands. Obviously, I'm a band nerd myself, so I love giving those marching bands some love. So Adrian.Ochoa KVIA on Instagram, and then if you have any story ideas for me, Adrian.Ochoa at KVIA.com. Send me an email, and I'll look into it. We'll get in contact, and yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Appreciate you guys inviting me, man.
Thank you, man. When do you come on air?
Monday through Fridays, 6 and then 10 o'clock. Those are the newscasts where we have a sportscast. So you can find me Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday and Sundays, that's B. Martinez. That's our sports reporter. She does great work as well. So
dude. Shout out to her, too. Awesome, man. Awesome. I love it. I had an idea here for you, Adrian, man. You're a big wrestling fan. Why not start covering like news of the local wrestling here, or maybe across the border? Because we do collaborate here. Our boy Chuy reached out and we've been collaborating with him, and there's a lot of people. There's a big community when it comes to wrestling. So that's something I would recommend you doing. It seems like you love it. Yeah. And I think a lot of people will watch. And wouldn't it be cool to fucking have him as a news guy? Like, hey guys, yesterday Chuy got sit on.
It got lit up by the what are they called?
The tortanator is out.
Mental.
No, but
the Wyatt Six, something cool. But Adrian, before we say our final goodbyes, I like to do this segment here, and it's Paso. It's a 915 thing. It's called Borderline Uplift. It's weird, and if you don't mind looking at this camera right here, my boy, right here, and if you could give us 1 minute of motivation an uplift to the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Just being part of El Paso, it's just it's unique. We live in a community where, everybody loves each other and just love each other, man, because that's what being a El Chuco proud is all about. I know a lot of times we fight with each other. We end up on Fit Fam, and all. So, but you know what? At the end of the day, there's nothing than being part of this community, and that's why I love it so much. Again, I was born and raised, and I love telling the stories of the people in this community, and this is no place I'd rather be. So just treat each other with love and kindness. And when you have that moment of road rage that you're on I-10 and someone's pissing you off, just think, hey man, this is somebody from my community, and just show them some love instead of the hate.
We're neighbors, guys. We're neighbors. Good words, man. Good words. Now, Chuy, final words for you, Chuy.
I want to appreciate you, first of all. I know the whole West Side, Big O's not affected, but the whole West Side is going through a power outage.
The power outage.
He called it 2012 earlier when the world is ending. It's just one power went away and we're freaking out. Yeah. But you took your time. You're down here, and he says we always have an open door policy, so you always have two friends here, even outside of the cameras. But you have two new friends here. If you ever want to have a drink. Or just have a talk, or even go watch a movie, bro. You always have a.
We'll go to a wrestling match, dude.
There you
go. Match,
I want to see some midgets wrestle.
And, you're more than welcome to come join us at Nation of Wrestling. I don't know if you know who Frank Stoner.
Yeah.
You're always welcome, bro. You have two new friends. Nice to meet you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Final words for you, Adrian. Before we go.
No. Again, just thank you very much, guys, for this opportunity. This is my first podcast, so you guys, there you go. You guys popped the podcast cherry for me, so there you go. But
another one in the books.
But shout out to you guys, and I wish you guys nothing but success in the future, guys.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Adrian.
Appreciate you.
But yeah, like Chuy said, we do have an open door policy for all our guests. You're more than welcome to come back and chat it up here with us. We do also wish you the best. I think you have one of the coolest jobs out there, and I love the fact that you like to represent all the athletes and people here in our wonderful city. Mm-hmm. So those that are watching and listening, guys, please make sure you guys are following and subscribing and supporting the people that support us. And please, man, stay off of FitFam unless it's something good, all right? If you're going to be on FitFam, make sure it's good. Shout out, by the way, to our unofficial sponsors over at FitFam, and I know they're watching.
Just make sure to tune into the games, bro. Minor fans, we got to rally up. We got to keep going.
Yes, that's right.
We got to pull up like Avengers.
Yep. Guys, if you haven't yet, please make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube and all of our social medias. And make sure you guys are out there. Make sure you guys stay safe and stay fresh.
Make sure
we're out.
Big O, we are out.
Shout out to Big O. Hey,
tortas or what? Tortas, Big O, tortas.
Tortas.
Pero de pavo.